Greetings. All right, y'all. Happy Thursday. Happy Venus or happy Jupiter Day. Actually, it's Jupiter Day. For some of y'all, it might be cutting close to Venus Day, if not already, if you're watching this after the fact. So, all right. You should see your names in the chat list. The list is still open if you guys are interested. If it's not too late, you want to check out the menu. It's $20 for general questions, $25 for a love question, and $30 you get a general and love question or general topic and love topic. It's up to you, however you want to do it. Hey sis, how are you? Yaminah, hey. Vanessa, hey. Tawanda, hey. What's up, ladies? How is your night going? How is your I keep saying Venus Day. I want it to be Friday so bad, apparently, I guess. I really want it to be Friday. So I am going to get started here. So if you want to know where I'm at on the list, all you got to do is just check the chat. If you're wondering if the list is open, it is. Let me make sure I'm not missing anybody before I get started, because sometimes that happens. I don't notice until somebody say something like, hey, I sent one too, like right before I get started. So let me just make sure I'm not missing anyone. See. It's been pretty chill. Yeah, I can't complain. You know what? This week actually went by pretty fast. I don't know about y'all, but my week went by fast. Like I blinked and it was already Thursday. But really, like, you got to get past that hump day. Like, as soon as you get, that, like, that Wednesday, like, if Wednesday's really your Wednesday, then as soon as you get to that Wednesday, you're good. Aw. Congratulations, Vanessa. Aw. That is beautiful news. Are you going to have a spring wedding, or are you just, y'all still planning? Yeah. Wow. Tell me about it if you don't mind. We love a good love story. We love a good testimony. November 15th, 2025. Oh, wow. Girl, some readings, I remember some things in readings, but some things I'd really just be like, I don't remember any of it. Or you got to bring me back. Yes. Congratulations. Aw. Yeah. That is beautiful. That's good news. We love to hear it. Inspire the ladies that's still waiting, or I should not say waiting, like biting their finger waiting, but like, still. She would do that one. Like, that's my mom. Yeah, don't give up. I understand, girl. Okay. So what was I gonna say? Yeah, if we didn't have people with testimonies, it's encouraging to hear, because I'm sure you had your moments where you thought it wasn't gonna happen, or you wondered, like you started to wonder, like, is it gonna happen? You know. Okay, I just had to make sure that my sound was good, because sometimes these microphones is ghetto. If a call comes through, it'll knock the sound out of it completely, and then I have to unplug the mic and then put it back in. um, but yeah, that's a beautiful just a message that I mean, I know, I mean, it's up to you if you want to share your testimony like real quick, real fast in the chat. But if not, it's good to know that, you know, you had that moment, I'm sure, where you didn't know if it was going to happen and then it manifests. So other people has that encouragement as well. Like, it might not seem like it's going to happen, but as soon as you know, least expect it. The heck is this? Why did my mom send? What's this? Oh my God, what is that? Oh my gosh. My mom sent me a puppy. Don't be showing me. I don't need no more dogs. Oh my God. Don't be showing me no more dogs. I don't need no more dogs. Like, oh my goodness. It is so cute. That is adorable. It kind of does look like my baby Nova. But Nova doesn't have all those patches. Oh. You guys met online in 2021. Wow. Yeah, that's good to hear. I'm gonna have to take that puppy from them. I need that puppy. No more dogs. I'm good. Alrighty. So let's get started. I'm so sorry for the interruptions, y'all. My mom tried to FaceTime me to show me this puppy, and then she sent me a video of it. I'm just like, you know what? I'm contemplating. Do I want another dog? And I do not need one at all. Especially on the little dogs. They use something else. Like, Nova's enough as she is. But yes, congratulations, Vanessa. That's beautiful to hear. It's always good to hear when, you know, people that you've given messages for about, you know, love and their partners, and then it comes to pass. So I'm praying that this is everything that you desired and more. All right, so let's get started, y'all. In the list, I'm sorry. I'm taking my sweet time. So sorry. All right, we are at 7:40. Okay. Yaminah, you are up next, or up first, I should say. All right, let's get your reading. Okay. What is the spiritual significance of your... I'm gonna have to look that crystal up because I don't even know what that is. It's my first time breaking today. Interesting. Okay. It's always interesting when that happens. Like, for crystal owners, how they like sometimes you'll have a bracelet or a necklace. Like, I've had one that fell off before, like a necklace that just randomly... Matter of fact, too, I remember I tried to have a malachite. That was like one of the stones I was drawn to at a certain point, and I could never keep up with that stone. It would always get lost or it get broke or something. And I was like, is something wrong with me, bitch? Like, you know, I don't know. Like, why is this happening? So let's see. I'm gonna play with two decks here. I'm gonna play with the Rider-Waite, the Mahogany Rider-Waite Tarot, and the After Tarot, because I want to... Let me see. Divine Spirit, Divine Source, God, Ancestors, Spirit Guides who lovingly guide and assist Yaminah on her journey. What is the significance behind... the spiritual significance is why this, like, the specific crystal bracelet broke today? What do you want her to take from this? Why did this occur or happen? Let's see. Why did this happen? Okay. It's not a bad thing. I feel like they don't want you to be in your head about it. It's not a bad omen or anything like that. And I don't... you might not think that it's totally a negative thing, but there might be some questions like why, or it could even be like just the timing. Like, why would it happen now or something along the lines of that. Like, it's just more so questions, like trying to put two and two together. Is it a bad thing? Is it a good thing? Is it, so as far as why it broke, it did serve its purpose. There's something about being open and receptive to new beginnings. So it served something. It might have healed something for you, and then when it was done healing or revealing whatever it needed to, it's like, okay, my job is done. When they break, I don't know how you feel about this, but with this Page of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, it feels like Spirit wants you to give it back to the earth. Like, if you can bury it somewhere sacred to you, maybe. If you have a parent that passed on, specifically like a father or maybe even a grandfather, there's something healing energy with this. Like an expression or helping you express yourself, laying something to rest. Like, this is a part of you that's needing to be laid to rest, and or like some sort of like sorrow or painful energy. Could even be like something with Aries season is going to be significant for you when it comes to whatever this lesson is, that whatever you're healing, whatever you're releasing. Let me see. Top of the deck is the Ten of Cups. It's like your divine team wants you to have what you desire, and they're helping you to kind of like structure or restructure something so that you're able to receive it. It could even be like anything within the self that doesn't believe that you're worthy to receive. That's being extracted from you. I want to look up what this crystal does, like what's its properties, because I've never heard of this crystal. Let me see. This is my first time hearing about it. I don't even know if I've seen it. It kind of looks like a sodalite, I think it is. Support, harmony, tranquility, throat. Wow. That's why I was coughing. Because I was like, why all of a sudden I'm coughing? And I was picking up something with expression. It doesn't have to be just like verbal expression and communication, but like how you express yourself as an individual, like your energy, how you show up in the world, how you live your life, how you lead it, how you express yourself in different forms. And there's something healing about this. It's taking like your power back in a certain way as well, definitely with this Aries energy, with the Emperor. So it says throat chakra, third eye, zodiac Leo, element air. It's often called the stone of patience and helps bring calm, relaxation, and harmony to those who wear it. It's beneficial when patience is needed. So, as the universe reminds us that we are precisely where we need to be. As a supportive stone, it also encourages confidence, being true to oneself, and standing up in one's beliefs and feelings. It is said to symbolize truth, clarity, focus, and discernment. I've never heard of this stone before. It's interesting. My first time. Okay. Learn something new every day, literally. But yeah, it didn't break because of anything like crazy or anything that you did wrong or something is wrong in the atmosphere. It served a purpose specifically, or it activated something. So it was like, okay, I did my job. But I do feel called to say, like, however you feel guided to, I would give it back to the earth. It might be somewhere where you feel called to go and like bury it or leave it planted, or maybe gift it, give it to someone else, like pieces of it to somebody or others, like whoever you felt guided to. There's something about giving it back. It's a gift now. Does that make sense? Like, I mean, it was a gift to you. Even if you bought it for yourself, it was a gift because it was connecting with you. It did what it needed to. But yeah, so whatever you feel led to do with it, it feels like I'm giving this back. I'm giving it to someone, or I'm giving it back to the divine or earth. The pieces of it, there's something significant with that. And I would just sit with the crystal and be like, where do you want to go? Where do you want to be planted? Or, if there's somebody you want to go with, or is it something like, do you mind if I put you in a candle and use, your energy with a candle? But it's something about it that served what it was supposed to serve, I feel like, for you, or activate what it was supposed to activate. You're welcome. Yeah, I was curious. I'm like, I've never heard of this, Chris. I wanted to see what it looked like too. But yeah, it's a pretty stone. It's a beautiful blue. Very pretty. I guess it comes in blues, pinks, and purples too. But yeah, that's a very pretty color. Yeah, so this stone is good for like the throat and spiritual communication too. I'm looking at. All right, so your next question, let's see. Where's it at? How are you being perceived by people at your job? All right, good question. Divine Source God asks for permission to tap in to the work environment, the co-workers surrounding Yaminah at work. How is she being perceived in a way that she needs to know, that matters for her to know? How is she being perceived at work? Mm. You work very hard. I feel like you are looked at as someone that you should respect. Now, whether some of these people do or they don't, you're looked at as someone that should be respected. And I do believe that you are respected. So like there might be some people that's just like you can't fix and change certain people's behaviors and ways, like no matter what you do, no matter how you show up. But I do feel like you're perceived as someone that is a hard worker, that you do hold yourself to a certain standard that is respected, is commendable. Um, People see you. Now, the Seven of Swords, your energy might come off as like not everybody can come into your fold. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. Like some people might take it the wrong way, but like I see this as spiritual protection. Like you're not getting all of me. You'll get some of me, what I allow you to know and to see. Like if I don't know you like that, if you're not a part of my soul tribe, I don't necessarily have to give all of my energy to you. You know what I mean? Like especially at work. There's occasions where you will share bonds with people that you work with, but for the most part, it's like I'm here to get my money. I'll be cordial. I'll be respectful. We can kiki and stuff, but there's a certain degree or certain level that I don't mess with people. I don't allow people just all up in my space and my energy. Another thing to this as well is that some people might feel like excluded by you. And I don't feel like you're trying to do that. Again, um, you might connect with people on a level that is like soul felt, and there's a certain level where people only get a surface level of you, not like you're superficial or you come off as fake, but it's almost like it's you, how do I explain it, something that people can't fully read. It's something about you that people can't really understand or see, but I don't feel like they're supposed to. You got the high priestess at the bottom of the deck anyhow, so it's like they're not supposed to. Wheel of Fortune. um some of these people, they could just be like come and go energies. um they may also view you as somebody that is very focused and structured and knows what they want and where they're going. You do have people that may be attracted to you with the devil card. You may have people that's just like not really all about their money or business or professionalism. They might be there trying to hook up with people, or they're into drama. Again, you come off as someone that's very protective of your energy. To the wrong people, maybe that might seem like you're being guarded. That might come off as like you being stuck up sometimes. Um, but that's not a reflection of who you really are, right? That isn't, because I'm seeing it, I can see the shadow and the light of like maybe how people are perceiving you. Like a person that minds their business, that may not be the one that's all up in the mix and trying to get in where they fit in with everyone, but they're cordial, or they respect their boundaries, they respect other people's boundaries. To people that got to be all up in the mix, be seen, be heard, or be clicked up, or want to be seen, they might take you as like closed off, or that you're stuck up, or like what's wrong with you, like do you got a problem with me type thing. But I don't feel like it's something that you should really put too much energy into. Um, it's more so of like bottom feeder energy. Like if anybody has a problem with you, it's because they already have a low vibrational energy. And it's like if you don't resonate with that, if you don't like connect with that, they're going to look at you a certain type of way. But again, I do feel like people respect you though. That's one thing. People do respect you. They do see you as somebody that is about your business for the most part. You know, um yeah, I wouldn't even really think too much into it. I mean, it's okay to be curious and wonder and like, know what kind of energies around you. But what I'm getting, like it's not something that really you should mind. Those that are for you, they're for you, and if they're not, they're not. And if it's one of those situations, unfortunately, where you feel like, you don't really feel at home around people that you're there often, right? You spend most of your time there. I understand that. Like that's an understandable human interaction or, concern when you're connecting with other people in fellowship. But you do also have to keep in mind again, like your energy should mean more to you than anything else. Like, who you connect with, who you allow around you and to connect. Like not everybody is someone that is worth in your fold in your space, if that makes sense. Um but yeah, I do feel like people genuinely though, like generally do like you, but then there's those that if they got problems, it's usually because of their low vibrational energy. Um their problem, not yours. Girl, I get that. I understand. Trust me. And I try to look at it a different way because sometimes I'll put it on myself like, oh, I must be projecting something negative. But I'm like, no, like I'll talk to whoever fuck with me. Like I'm cool with people. But if you have like a problem with me, then it's just like I don't give you anything. And I notice some people can't really be around me too long, or it feels like they're repelled, and I'll be like, what am I? But when you think about it, you're not walking in the negative energy. Like, cause I be checking myself. Like, it's good to check yourself. But a lot of times people, if they feel seen, because the thing is like, especially if you're intuitive or you're empathic or you carry an energy where, because I feel like you have an energy that comes off as very self assured. And so not everybody is self assured. Not everybody really loves themselves. I have this conversation quite a bit with a couple of my friends. Like, people, you think people love themselves? Like, a lot of people do not love themselves, and it shows by the way that they treat themselves and allow other people to treat them, the things that they put up with, the things that they do that can be harmful to self. It shows a lot. And I just watched something with Cardi B, like I think it's an old video, but she was talking about how people really hate when women love themselves, when they're self-assured, when they're self-validated, they don't need a man or outsiders to validate them. People do not like that. It makes them feel uncomfortable. And it's not so much jealousy, it's more so of like, you have the audacity that I don't have that audacity for myself. I don't believe in myself that much. I don't love myself like that or to that degree, or if at all, or I have to seek my validation from outside sources, or I need a man or a woman to validate me. And when you get to that place where you don't need that, that is intimidating to people, not because it's something you're doing wrong, but it's because it's holding a mirror up to something that someone feels like they're not. I hope that makes sense. It's sad, but that is just, it's like, how dare you think that you're something? Like, am I supposed to not love am I not supposed to like myself? Like, that's miserable to say, like, yeah, we have flaws, and yeah, we might have things about ourselves that we may not really be comfortable with or like all the time, or still struggle to accept and embrace. But once you start carrying yourself in a shelf of short, you'd be surprised how many motherfuckers do not like that. And they might it might feel like they don't like you. No, they don't like the type of energy that you reflect back into them. And that's what I remind myself of. Like, jealousy and envy is really just a mirror back to self to kind of encourage you and inspire you to have the audacity that other people have. Or to think that, oh, I can't have what this person has. It's like, do you want what that person has because it looks good, or because you think that's what's going to make you happy, or it looks like that's what's making them happy, or is that something you genuinely want? And if so, why don't you believe that you're worthy of it? If it's something that you just think you should have, then it's not something to be jealous over at all. It's not something to be jealous of at all, period. But, we project onto each other. A lot of times we're just used to be mirrors and triggers to help each other like evolve and grow, to level up within self, within our own life experience, not just like material things and alkali, I can't even talk, material gains and stuff like that, but more so like as a human in our experience to surpass those certain levels, those low vibrational levels. And self-love is something that is not just this cookie cutter thing. It takes time. Like, you have to really affirm yourself. I feel like that's real self-love. Like, yes, it's beautiful to have other people that love you and raise you up and pour into you, right? But you have to also have that within yourself. You got to be able to give that to yourself too. Because there's going to be times where people might doubt you, but how much do you believe in yourself? To where it's like, because this is what Cardi B, like, she says some things that could be ignorant sometimes, but there's times where she spits a lot of facts and truth. She said something like, she was like, even when my teeth, she's crazy. She said, even when my teeth was crookeded, I think that's what she said, crookeded, that's what she said. And she was like, and I could look like I could open a can with my teeth. Like, I knew I was that bitch. I knew I was a bad bitch. Like, I just knew it. I just know. Like, I validate that. Like, I don't need nobody to tell me that. So that's the kind of confidence you have to have in yourself. And it's not delusional. Like, if you genuinely believe in yourself and you love yourself, like, who the fuck can tell you any different? You know what I mean? Like, it takes boldness to love yourself in spite of what other people say about you or think about you, what the world says. That's a powerful thing. Like, you live here, you exist. Why shouldn't you love and validate yourself? Why not? You're here on this earth. What are you just supposed to be like, oh, woe is me, I ain't shit, I'm not this? Like, that's ridiculous. So people have a problem with you loving yourself, respecting yourself, honoring yourself, carrying yourself high. They have a problem with themselves. That's because how you gonna get mad at somebody that loves themselves? They're not doing anything to harm you, or just, I respect myself. I'm me. I embrace that. I love that. And if somebody else is not doing the same with themselves, they're going to take offense to that. They're not going to like that. And that's where you hold that mirror up. Like, why not? Why not you? Why can't you love you? Like, why not? Like, what about, why don't you believe in yourself? You know? If people even go that far to even think that deep, to go within themselves, like, what's wrong? Like, why can't I accept and embrace myself? If people would allow themselves to go there, and some people will not, because that's too much accountability. That's too much, reflecting for them. It's like, it's easy to just stay stagnant and complacent and bullshit, which is unfortunate. But hey, we all been there probably at some point in our lives. But all right. So yeah, that was your reading. And probably some other people's messages that they may have needed to hear that as well. I don't know. We just went on a little tangent there, but hey, much love, sis. I appreciate you as always. I hope you enjoy the rest of your night. I don't know if you're gonna hang out with us or not, but Ghetto Fairy Friday is tomorrow. If you want to hop on, I would love to see y'all there, because we're talking about self-love. Matter of fact, tomorrow night, I would love to see you guys there. Whoever, y'all just chilling, watching. You're welcome, sis. My pleasure. Yeah, but if y'all want to stop by, come through around 8:40 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I look forward to seeing y'all on the chat. So, Alexis, you are up next. Let's get your timestamp, sis. 29:28. Okay. Miss Alexis, what are the chances that you will receive a work from home job this year in healthcare? Okay. That's cool. I didn't know they had that. I'm slow, but I didn't know they had that. For that particular job. I didn't know. All right, let's see. Remote RN. I didn't know that. Okay, let's see. Divine Spirit. Clear out previous energies out with love. Ask for the clarity and truth for Alexis surrounding these particular jobs that she's applying for, or this field of working from home, of healthcare, applying for remote RN jobs. What is the energy? Let's see. I feel like it is something that you can land. I don't see a block. It could be something like that's going to save you money with that 5 of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. I don't know why I'm getting that. Like, obviously, that's something that is helpful with working from home, and I don't know if that's something specifically why you would want this as well. Where there's also flexibility. I do feel like you can do it. Like, I don't see anything that's blocking you from being able to have that and achieve it. um there is something with like a higher up or an elder, senior positions. I don't know if you feel guided to sign up or if they have jobs for what you're looking for with senior, um like senior positions. Let me see. The after. I want to clarify with the after tarot. Remote jobs are in healthcare. What's the energy around this? You're like, don't settle. I'm getting to like, if you're gonna look for like a remote in the healthcare, maybe I don't know if there's something that maybe you feel like you don't qualify for or something. Um there's, I don't know, like I'm getting a mixed message from this because some places might say that you're overqualified, or they might overlook you if they think that you're too qualified for the position. Like, you're not someone that may be moldable or trainable because you're already at a high level and they're not looking to hire senior. Or it could be like there's places that will like help you to grow, because I'm getting something with senior position that keeps coming to me. So how do I explain this? Because some jobs might be saying no to that. And there might be like a position for you that you're supposed to actually be in a senior position. So I would say keep applying, keep yourself in, like, don't waver on what you want. And if you're trying to like get in, maybe just with the focus of like, oh, I'm gonna just kind of take the lower position when maybe there's an opportunity, if it is for like a higher position, because I feel like you are meant to, it's like you're meant to expand, or you have a lot of like, you have a lot more experience, and it wouldn't serve you to settle. Does that make sense? So you're going to have to use your discernment when it comes to applying, or wherever you feel guided to apply. Just put the energy out there and trust what opportunity that's meant to come to you, it's going to. And it feels like it has something to either do with developing you as um a senior position, or they're going to hire you under a senior position. It's one of those. Yeah. Yeah, because it's like you have a lot more skills and assets than maybe um you're applying yourself for, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. Okay. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing, sis. I hope that was helpful. And the best of luck to you. I know the job hunt thing can be quite tedious. Like, I understand. But yeah, keep putting your best foot forward. All right. Much love to you, sis. Enjoy the rest of your night if you're watching. Why is Bear crying? Somebody help me understand. Let me check and see if my groceries came. I'm gonna be right back, y'all. I'm just gonna be on pause real quick. I'll be right back. And I want to see why this cat is crying. What do he want? All right, I'll be right back. And Nancy, you'll be up next. Nosy. Nosy, no. Oh, y'all both in here. Foxy, Nova. Come on. Oh, you guys don't have. Come on. You want some water, Novi? Hmm? You want some water? Okay. All right. Bear is a greedy cat. We ain't gonna overfeed him tonight. I don't know what he's thinking. All right. So, Miss Nancy, you're up next, sis. Your timestamp is 36:28. All right. Question. Wow, y'all all asking about work almost. That's crazy. Like almost all the readings I've done so far have been about work. Literally. Like 3 in a row. Okay. All right. I'll be more than happy to clarify for you. Okay. Is it divine timing yet for you to get a job? Let's see. Do you want to get clarity on whether you're hearing correctly? Divine spirit, I pray. Clarity, clear all previous energies I would love. I asked to tap into Nancy's situation with work, job. Is it divine timing yet for her to get a job? Is she hearing correctly about not to work or don't work? Let's see. I feel like soon. Um, it might be around spring. I want to say Aries going into maybe even Leo season, but like definitely spring and summer. It might be a time where something does pop up for you, or there's clarity around stability, or I feel like it's an opportunity like those. I heard holding space, which is so weird. Holding space. So interesting. You got the King of Swords here, but you got the Queen of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So you are getting divine communication. And I actually feel like what you're getting is that it may not be time yet, but it's going to be a time soon where you are going to be called to work, but it's with a new set of, how do I explain this? Like a new perception about maybe the like, oh, sorry. Either it's going to be the specific type of job or the path in which you're going to go in that direction. Like, because I feel like spirit is preparing you to put yourself out there, but put yourself out there in a way where you're not limited, or you're not limiting yourself or thinking that you're limited. Does that make sense? Um, it's like the days of maybe settling or feeling that restrictive energy, or like something that keeps you feeling stuck, trapped, stagnated, powerless. Um, maybe like you have to fight or defend yourself. It's like an environment that is very low vibrational. It could be work environments, people specifically. Um, as you transition out of maybe certain environments, maybe not just work environments, but maybe certain people in your life that you do feel like you do need to put up a boundary around, because I do feel like you're divinely protected, but it's like you don't want to step out of that bubble and put yourself in an energy that you shouldn't, right? It's like it's one thing to be minding your business and something tries to like come at you, but you're protected, than to put yourself in a space where it's not for you with that protection and then wondering why you got to defend and fight, you know what I'm saying? I hope I'm making sense. Let's clarify with the after tarot, because there's something about you being more in control or more in power, or not thinking that you're stuck or that you're limited. It's like learn from your past, take what you've learned, your skill sets, but don't settle. You got the Emperor that technically came out twice. Um, Aries season for sure. And I picked this up. Want to call me when I'm live. Let me make sure the sound is back. Let me make sure. Okay. Just making sure. Okay. So yeah, there's something significant with Aries season, but also Aries energy where I feel it's meant to encourage you to follow like where you want to be, to not settle. Where can I show up as my full authentic self, show up in a way where I'm not sorry about that. I keep getting calls. Let me make sure the sound is back. Okay. Like y'all know I be like live, and if I'm not answering, it's for a reason. Like, come on. I wanted to put it on do not disturb, but just in case my groceries came, I wanted to at least see the notification like, oh, we're lost, we don't know how to get here. So I try to keep that in mind, but usually I would put my phone on do not disturb. Um, but yeah, I do feel like the Emperor energy is meant to be that energy that encourages you when it comes to like your job, when you get back into that place where it's time to put yourself out there, that you'll move in a different energy and belief in yourself. Move with the place of what resonates with me. Not, and I understand that sometimes as an adult you do have to make sacrifices. You might have to do some things you don't want to do for a time, or you know what I mean? But if you have the opportunity to, okay, I'm in this holding space, what best serves me? What do I feel like speaks to what I have the capabilities to do, or my level of, expansion, or my desire to expand, or where I can thrive as myself, not be put in a negative environment if I don't have to. It's like you get to choose, put that energy out there and walk in alignment towards something that fits that, even if you can't see what that thing is yet or what type of job that is yet. When you put out the energy of what you want, it's because it's something that already exists out there and you're just aligning to it, moving in the direction of it, if that makes sense. So it may not be time just yet, but I feel like it's pretty close to that time. And it might be things that you have to kind of go through and grow through, cycle through before it's time, for you to move back in that direction. There's some sort of new energy that's about to come in. And it speaks to where you're at with yourself, like a new energy within you. Okay. All right, sis. I hope that that makes sense. I hope that resonates. The Emperor come out quite a bit, I think, from everybody, if I'm not mistaken. Or I feel like I've seen that card come out quite a bit tonight. But yeah, I feel like everybody's question has something work related. So much love to you, Nancy. I hope that that was helpful, resonates, or gives you a spark. So yeah, you are hearing correctly. It's not time yet. Not yet. All right. So, Miss Monica, you're up next. I hope you enjoy the rest of your night, Nancy. I appreciate you. Thank you. And let's see. Cannot see. Is that 45? Hold on. My fucking eye. 40 yet. Let's do 45:10. Okay. All right. Miss Monica. Hey, sis. So let's see. You have a general love read question. Any advice, insights regarding your job? Everybody tonight, I swear, every single question, there might have been like one other question, but like at least each of you asked a job question, which is so crazy. Interesting. So, your first question, you just want like a general love energy read, and then the general messages, any insight, advice regarding the job, regarding financial outlook. Let's see. Clear out previous energies, outward love. Spirit, thank you. Ask for permission to tap into Monica's energy, specifically surrounding love. What does Monica need to know at this time in regards to love? What does she need to know? What is it that she needs to know? This could be a space, I feel like, some questions that you have around maybe some love experiences you've had recently. Could be someone that you recently connected with, or just like you're pondering in past experiences recently, like that Venus retrograde energy, where maybe, exes are coming to mind, or, the one that came back, or just like certain experiences that you've had over, you know, the past. You might be revisiting that, going within yourself in regards to those experiences where specifically it felt like they didn't see your worth or your value, or why didn't they see my worth or my value, you know um questioning whether it was something wrong, something that you did, something you could have done differently, more of. And those are healthy questions to ask if it leads you to a place of like improving for you and wanting better or healthier for yourself, but not from a place of beating yourself up and down. Because I do feel like there are some experiences like where people might have not accepted fully, the connection. But really the truth is I feel like a lot of them, they may have not been in the emotional place to receive a connection with you, or just a connection in general. They may not have the emotional capacity to give you what you deserved at the time, or just at all. Obviously, if they're not meant for you, they're not going to stick around. No matter how good of a woman you are, how good of a woman they see you to be or think you are, regardless, if they're not in the energy space, or they're just not that person, they're not that person. So it might just be an energy of releasing that too with the star. So though I do get like there's some energy around you that may have had good intentions, that had wanted to put their best foot forward with you, but they may have taken a little bit too much on, or they, in the end, they took more than what they gave to you. They weren't really as open as they thought they were. So that's something to kind of forgive yourself for, maybe even release and not internalize it and think it's something that you did wrong. So let's see. Let me clarify. I may have also been an energy too where there's some sort of significant connection that maybe these energies are popping up for you to release and heal, where both of you guys may have not really knew what you wanted in love. You both may have been kind of afraid of the unknown. Let's see. Who's sneezing? What is that? Or coughing? Let's see. I'm going to clarify this card or this spread with the after tarot. Yeah, King of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, someone that maybe you saw as someone you wanted to build with, or someone that could have been possibly capable of building. But in actuality, I feel like this person's level of patience or ability, or just availability, I should say, to like really put in the work that it requires in a connection. I don't feel like this person they weren't in the space to do that, you know. They might have walked away, actually. Um, hey, study zone. We're doing a read, like not general. We're doing more so reads for people, you know, personal. I just got a notification. Zakiyyah. Hope I'm saying your name right. But yeah, this could be someone that you saw something that you could build with, but I don't feel like it's almost like this person packed up and left, and then at the bottom of the deck you have the Nine of Swords, battling their own demons. Like, yeah, I see the connection, I want to take it on, but it's like people's fears, their insecurities, sometimes their inner demons could block blessings. Sometimes it might cause them to self-sabotage, or they just come to a conclusion that they're not ready, you know. So that's kind of what I'm seeing as far as like love. It feels like something that you're working through to release, kind of forgive, understand, you know, go deep within yourself. All right. So you wanted to ask about your meeting tomorrow. Okay, I got you, sis. Zakiyyah. Zakiyyah. Okay. Hopefully I said that right. Because I know you just typed out the pronunciation. Or Kiki. Okay, I got you. All right, so Miss Monica, let's see. Let's clear this spread out. Any advice, insights regarding your job? Let's see. Thank you, Divine Spirit. Any guidance, any insights regarding Monica's job tomorrow, this meeting? Wow, what is this? What is this? Four of Pentacles, Nine of Wands, Page of Swords, Three of Cups, High Priestess. There's something you might already be prepared to kind of like be a discussion, like in a way of like, I already know how this is going to go. Like, I can kind of feel how this is going to land, like who's going to be talking or have something to say, or what they're going to. It's like a little bit of kind of predicting how something is going to play out. There might be some people that are resistant to a change that might be discussed, but I feel like in the end there is some sort of happy medium that everyone comes to. I'm not sure exactly like how to describe this in a way that fits the situation. Um, but it does feel like there's going to be a little bit of, I heard confrontation, but that's not what I wanted to say, but I heard that word, confrontation. Might be a little bit of disagreeing with someone or people, maybe not you actively, but you might be kind of on the side of kind of like observing where other people are expressing themselves, or one person in particular. And there's something about a change or wanting to stick to how things have always been. And there might be a little pushback on that. But in the end, there's some sort of like happy medium, or people feeling like some sort of justice, like maybe in favor of a change, in favor of something different, or this is interesting. I'm trying to, there is going to be a restructuring. It is. with that Tower card at the top of the deck, the Star, but it's something that is aligned, it's needed, it's a breath of fresh air. Um, I don't know if someone's gonna get upset or want to step down, or there's is some sort of pushback energy. Like you might just be observing for the most part. Like I don't see you being too like it's kind of like your energies in the back, kind of chilling, observing, taking in. I don't see you being put under the spotlight or under pressure. It's like you're it's almost like the best way I can describe this is like if you are let's say it's like a court case and you're a part of the jury, or um and you're just observing, you're listening, you're taking in what the lawyers are saying, what the witnesses are saying, what the defendant, whatever. You're in the judge, you're taking all that in into consideration, and what you have in front of you, the information. So it's like you're just observing back and forth. Like I don't see you having to be too active, and if so, it's like you do have a say so, but again, it feels either anonymous or um some sort of is everyone in agree. I don't even know how to explain this because I don't really know what this particular thing is, like how it goes. But just based off of the energy that I'm picking up, let's see. How is this going to go? What does she need to know? Any advice, insights? Two of Cups. Yeah, there's gonna be some sort of happy medium. If it's not between people, it's like an opposite, like these different opposites, but they're somehow going to join forces together, or a compromise of some sort is going to happen. There might even be a return of peace or just balance. And I feel like if any advice, I feel like Spirit wants you to be observant. View both points of things. It's like there's something about 2 points or options or past versus the new or the old. Like it's something with that. And Spirit saying like just be observant. Um, use your intuition. Take in the information, take it in and listen, right? Because there's someone here that's going to have a lot of opinions. They might do a lot of talking, and it's like you're just there to kind of observe and pay attention. And if it be that you are going to be called to speak or say something, or you feel led to have an opinion, I feel like it's going to be based off of what you've observed, if that makes sense, during the meeting or however, like whatever else you've gathered. So I hope this makes sense. This has anything to do with school. I don't know if this has anything to do. I know you said financial outlook. I don't know if this is um like something to do with social work, social standing, anything that affects I don't know how to explain this. There's going to be some sort of pushback from someone, but it's going to come to a happy medium, whatever it is. And there's going to be somebody that's going to be very expressive, almost maybe even combative, whether that's like they're combative against the wrong thing or they're fighting for the right thing. There's going to be that. And there's some people that don't want certain changes, but there's going to be a happy medium to this in the end. So I hope that makes sense, because child, I don't know what like if it makes sense to what that is, because I don't really know what that looks like. How does that go? I'm just going off of what's coming through. So hopefully that makes sense. Okay. All right. So that is your reading, sis. Miss Monica. I hope that resonates. Much love to you. I hope whatever this is, it goes well. Everybody's happy in the end. It's all good. So, all right. Enjoy the rest of your night. I'm going to move on. I understand, sis. I know about the name Zakiyyah. Zakiyyah. Okay. I understand because my name gets pronounced wrong quite often as well. So I feel your pain, sis. I feel your pain. So we are at, let's do exactly 1 hour. Okay. Mm. So, do you want to do a general, like, love reading and general about your career, money? Because I don't understand if you're saying like you want a general about money and then another one about career. Okay. Yes to general love and career. I just want to double check. I want to make sure before I start tapping in. I'm just going to ask about the money career first. Okay. I got you. Okay. So let's do money and career first. Divine Spirit, ask for divine clarity and truth for our previous energies and messages. What does she need to know about career and money? What guidance, advice, insights, messages? Hmm. Something that you might be kind of. Oh no, it's okay. It's okay. Um, there might be something about like being pulled into different directions. So two different directions in a sense of like, am I making a rash decision or is it something that I need to take my time with, get all the facts, all the information? Am I being too hasty or should I kind of wait and contemplate, or am I procrastinating when I should be moving forward or taking action? This could be about either expanding in a new direction in your career, looking out for another job or something, or trying to figure out what direction you want to go in. And it's like this back and forth between moving too fast or not fast enough, or moving in the right direction, or am I wasting my time? Am I procrastinating? Am I, because if you notice, the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles is here. Those are two opposite types of vibes. Like Knight of Swords is straightforward, moving fast. He's on the go. Whereas the Knight of Pentacles is more so stationary, more so like contemplative, not haste. So those are two opposite types of energies. Um, it could be also an energy of, do I stick it out or do I move in a new direction? Do I plant new seeds? Do I go, somewhere else? So I really feel like Spirit is saying there is a divine timing thing when it comes to your career. Maybe when it comes to finances. Okay. Um, Spirit is saying that there is a need for you to be patient with where you're at. Now, I understand worrying about money, child. Believe me. Okay. I get that. There's been seasons where money was not looking too good. And it's like, what's gonna happen? Right. And yes, there's some things that you don't want to do. Like you may not want to take certain job opportunities. Maybe you might prefer something else. There is an energy of finding your balance, pacing yourself, honoring where you're at as well. Because sometimes we might think where we're at is not where we should be, when that season of divine timing and kind of being okay with not knowing or allowing yourself to get to a place where you're clear enough to make a decision, right? And I feel like that's where you're at, where it's spirit wants you to be in a place where you're able to face whatever conflict you're having and not be haste, not move and think, oh, I got to figure it out right away or it's got to be this. But it's like, let me allow myself to be present and at least ponder and feel and honor, what am I fearing or what I'm wanting or what I don't want even. Let me sit with this, without putting too much pressure on myself. I do feel like you are called to give, you are called to heal. So when it comes to spiritual work, I do feel like you are called to do that. Does that mean that it has to be full time? Doesn't necessarily mean that. You could find that balance, you know. The king or the knight of pentacles could very well be your spiritual work and planting and giving and supportive energy, doing your spiritual call. Whereas the Knight of Swords could represent like maybe a little bit of a haste, that hamster wheel sometimes, like if it's taking on a 9 to 5 or if it's a part time while you do what you do, or it might be transitioning out of that to trusting. But I feel like you're in that space of where you're still needing to sit with this to figure out what direction to go. And you're not being forced to figure it all out right now. Does that make sense? You're not forced to figure it out right away. Let's see. Seven of Swords and the Six of Pentacles. So you are being called to protect something that you're moving towards with the Six of Pentacles. um you've been giving, and I feel like that's a part of your ministry, if you want to call it that, is like giving to people that don't have, people that lack something, and it's like you pour that into them. I would say you deposit something in people that need it. And I feel like your training ground might have been around people that are takers, people that you've deposited it into that lacked, didn't give, didn't support, can't, they don't know what that looks like. There's something with the training like field energy to me. So truly living with fam, they're not rushing, but I can't practice my spiritual work here. Yeah. So I would say it may not be time. Obviously, you see that it's not time to fully rush into a certain place. You're still trying to figure out what you need to do. So focus on that, but not from a place where you feel overwhelmed and conflicted, because you are going to figure it out. Once you make up in your mind what direction you want to go in, the path will be clearer for you. It will. Solutions will start to become apparent to you, visible to you. You'll have a plan in order. So I wouldn't worry too much too far beyond the future. Just start planning, or at least getting your mind in a place where you're made up about what you want to do, so you have something to look forward to, you have something to move towards and prepare for, if that makes sense. So definitely don't overwhelm yourself, because I feel like you're in that place where you're still just trying to navigate and figure out where you're going. Okay. The Fool. Yeah, you are going to expand past where you are. You gotta trust. Spirit doesn't want you taking anything heavy with you either, spiritually, energetically. All right, let's tap into love. What do you need to know as far as love goes? Ooh, okay. You might be moving away also energetically, or maybe even literally, from um toxic energies in love, past connections, um that may have spoke to a part of you maybe that is still growing and learning, maybe a part of you that was maybe toxic, where you identified with toxic energies or behavior. But the more you start to heal and you start to pour into like your future, or what is it that matters to you, where you're being divinely called to, who you're being divinely called to be, you're going to migrate out of that energy. You're not going to stay stuck in certain connections or stay in a loop or cycle of like patterns and relationships and love. There is something about it that does feel kind of bittersweet, because there might have been things that in like where you might have felt like you understood that, oh, this is a connection that, this is how things are, this is just how it goes, me and this person, or me and this and that person of the past. Like, you might have thought something was meant to be forever. You might have felt or thought that someone was for you, that wasn't. It's like the bittersweet of seeing like, okay, what I thought in the past from a perception that I used to have, now that I see it for what it is, it's not meant for me, and I have to let that idea go. I have to reconcile with that. Ooh, girl. Yeah. Wow. So once you reconcile and make peace with the things that maybe you felt like, okay, I thought in my past, or I thought this was meant to be, letting that go is bittersweet, right? But I feel like you've been working towards, it's kind of like you've been working towards this for a minute, like breaking these chains off of you. And like you said, starting with the husband that you were with, breaking the chains of that energy, and being with the narcissist. I understand that in itself is spiritual warfare and battle like nothing else. It is a spiritual cord that sometimes is not easy to break. It does require a inner strength. It does require a spiritual strength within you to free yourself of that bullshit. You know. So you've been working towards breaking these cycles, these chapters, these connections, these patterns for quite some time. Um, and I feel like when it comes to love, like as long as you stay in that pursuit of what's healthy, you don't give up on that goal or that dream, that healthy relationship that you seek, because it does exist. Just because someone else didn't give it to you or they couldn't give it to you does not mean that you're lesser than, or you're not worthy of, or it doesn't exist and it can't happen, you know? So you're definitely capable of having that. You are deserving of having that. So I just feel like you're in a space right now where you're still like, you're very close to breaking the shit off. Like, emotionally, there still might be some energy that you're working through, but for the most part, like, you've been doing the work. Something is about to eclipse out of your life emotionally, where you're breaking that energy off free. You're not pouring into that. Yeah, the devil, the king of cups. Yeah, you're no longer pouring into that. You're pouring into things that have the ability to expand and to grow, something that's of divine wealth, and wellness. Not where you're just pouring and pouring and you're not getting shit out of it with the Five of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. It's like, I'm done with that vagabond energy. I'm good. And your next level, or where you've been, might be your family plays a very significant role in breaking that cycle too. Whether they're helping and or they're kind of like that trigger that you need, where you're learning from them as well, like, oh, this ain't it, this is not what I want, this is not what I deserve, they got me fucked up. Because it could be a little bit of both. But yeah, that's what I'm getting. Yeah, starting from scratch. Starting from scratch. Right, I know. Cause this is like they gave in to they lust. They like, fuck this, we giving in to this. Chained and all. Like, no, I'm good. I'm not pouring into that shit no more. You see how the King of Cups pouring his cup out back in the ocean? Like, I'm not doing that. Not pouring into any more cups. They're not pouring into me. Like, I'm good. Like, nope. No, 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 no. Not just romantically. That's just period. So yes, sis, that was your reading. I hope this was helpful. I don't think I've ever seen you around here, but I appreciate you for stopping by and pouring into the read. Much appreciated. So I will have the timestamps up, ladies. I think that will conclude the live tonight. It's almost 10 o'clock here where I'm at. So I'm going to put the timestamps up so you guys can come back and watch this whenever you like. Make sure you guys like this video, show some love. You're welcome. Best of luck on your journey. You got this. But yeah, I'm very appreciative of y'all. Thank you so much. As always, y'all enjoy the rest of your night. Much love. I'll catch you guys tomorrow for Ghetto Fairy Friday. I would love to see you guys there. We're going to be dealing with, self-love and how we see ourselves and, all that good jazz as we're almost in Aries season, aren't we? We're almost there. So self-identification is a big thing um when it comes to Aries, the self, the first house. So we'll be diving into that. So I will see you guys all there. My pleasure. Thank you guys so much for coming on. And until next time, peace.